So I saw the new PlayStation portable, whatever the fuck they call it. I don't even know what they call it.
That got traction. I just saw that.
I ain't gonna lie. Hey, let me nip this in the bud right now. Y'all is tweaking. No, but what is this called? The PlayStation? I mean, it's the new.
I have no idea.
PS Portal. And I saw reviews. I saw a T Martin video about it and stuff like that. And I tweeted out. I said I may be overthinking it, but I don't think there will ever be a great portable gaming console. And ... going forward is what I was saying.
Yeah, I was about to say. I know they done sent you to PSP, Game Boy SP. You're hooked, buddy. The Switch. Yeah, you're done. You're done.
And what I mean by that, because to break down the PS Portal for those that don't know, it's a remote play. It's a screen share of it.
Yeah.
Your PlayStation 5 has to be actually on. It can be in rest mode, and once you activate the PlayStation Portal, it'll open your PlayStation up. But it has to be on for you to play it. When you go outside and you get on different Wi-Fi's, the rates drop drastically, the graphics drop drastically. It's honestly worthless. Honestly, for real, because
I just want to say this, bro, because when I played AIM on 2K a couple streams ago, I didn't know this until like halfway through the game. He was playing Xbox on like remote play or some shit, and boy was he struggling. Apparently, he told me the latency was crazy. So for those who don't like this new PS Portal shit, it's the same shit. Like not like everything is relied on their Wi-Fi and your connection to PlayStation or whatever. So
I'm not gonna lie, the best mobile gaming experience, probably from a graphics perspective, comes off of an iPhone 15 now. Yeah, I know that's crazy. No, 1,000%. So for the PlayStation guys, I want to start here. Because I looked at the other mobile gaming things, and I'll talk about that in a second. But for the PlayStation guys, you getting this?
Here's my thing. I'll even give PlayStation a bit of credit. It actually, in terms of PS5, it actually, for some weird reason, the share screen is not like late at all. Like I've used the PS app when I'm in the party as a FaceTime call even at times. And that bitch, hey, I will tune into the share screen. That bitch is zero latency. Being said, making inputs, I don't know about that. So no, I'm not getting it.
But that's on the home Wi-Fi, right?
No. I'll be in the car because I remember this one time it was a serious conversation going on and niggas didn't feel like calling each other, so they were just in the party. But yeah, it's actually impressive to a degree how good the share screen of PS5 is recently. And when the nostalgia kicks in, niggas gonna talk about this console outside of the fact that mine's randomly turned the fuck off for a little bit. But outside of that, niggas gonna talk about the PS5 because it's actually very impressive. But in terms of getting a console that has to rely on share screen input and you have to get another console, fuck no. The reason why I said the iPhone thing is debatable in terms of performance is because the only console that's killing it and probably going to make me retract that statement altogether is the Switch. I do got the Switch, the Switch Lite. I got that yellow motherfucker. That bitch works. So I'm not gonna lie. So everything else in general, it's that mobile shit is not really to play right now.
Yeah, as a person who's actually in the market for a handheld, who's looking around, I was looking at it, deadass. I was looking at it, and I concluded to no. There's just other options out there, and it's not even from like a performance perspective, because like what Sage just said, and even from the reviews that I've seen, like the latency ain't even that bad. Like it's playable. I wouldn't play comp games on it at all, even like play now online. Like I wouldn't play some shit like that. But if you're playing like Spider-Man, like offline shit, it's not gonna be a problem. But the reason why I'm looking elsewhere, is just the game selection on PlayStation. I just don't think it's worth it to buy something extra. Like if you get a Steam Deck, you get all the Steam, and there's so many fucking games on there from the last X amount of years that you can play. They probably run better now. Like those 2012 like Arkham City games or whatever. Like you can play those on a Steam Deck now. They just came out with something literally today, I think. The Steam LED OLED. So that's that. They also got the Lenovo Legion something. Like that's another good one.
The Asus thing. Well, let me talk about those because I wanted to get into those because I see people talking about the Steam Deck in the chat. Watch any real life example, like good benchmark testing on YouTube, those systems suck too. The is in specifically from the perspective of battery life. They sell you on the fact that you can have a full-on PC mobile and you can game with it or whatever the case may be. But I think that Asus thing doesn't last like a fucking hour and a half. If you have it,
yeah.
if you have it cranked up to where it's supposed to be, it doesn't last a fucking hour and a half. And I'm talking about, and I see people down there talking about they have a Steam Deck. It's amazing. I don't know how you use it, but the people that I know that have it and use it, that are on the road for real, the battery life isn't where it needs to be if you have it to its max settings. Now, if you bring it down to 480p, which is crazy because those are the same people that talk shit about the Switch's graphics. Yeah. If you bring it down to 480p, then hey, I'll give it to you. It goes from 2 hours to 3 hours or some shit like that.
And that bitch is a one road trip, and the people that use it, they mainly have it on the charger the whole time.
Yeah, so like
I think it depends on what games you play though. Like if you're playing fucking Yu-Gi-Oh, like I think you get that the battery life gonna be good. But if you're playing
that's not supposed to. But I was gonna say, but that's the whole thing though, Bezos. When they talk about those other consoles, the Asus, the Steam Deck, and stuff like that, it's supposed to be, hey, you can play AAA games at the quality of your computer on the go. Okay, cool. But if I can only play that for 30 minutes, and 30 minutes is how long I'm going to be waiting in the airport before I get on the plane, let alone any other travel. At that point, it's not, to me, that's not like mobile. It's mobile gaming, but that's not mobile gaming. That's not worth it, to be honest with you. And that's what I meant when I was like, yeah, I don't think portable gaming is going to be, we'll have it in the future or whatever the case may be. Saying Omar is uninformed. Buy a Steam Deck. Tell me how long planes have chargers though. Yeah, that's what that nigga's talking about. You charging it everywhere you go. You charging everywhere you go. When I had my Game Boy Advance, nigga, I was in the car. I took it to school, was in the car, played it in the car, played it at school, came home with it, played it, slept with it on, woke up, the shit still had battery left, and I was mobile with it.
I think you're overestimating even mobile gamers how much they actually play mobile games mobile.
But that's what this is the conversation though. Put it this way, everybody. I think this is the most objective way when we're talking about quality of console. You are on a flight. You're on a flight or a 6-hour road trip. Better yet, you're on a 6-hour flight and or road trip. You get one mobile console to take with you. What you're taking. I think that speaks volumes to what a mobile console truly is, because some consoles will just die. Like for example, the Game Boy. I love the Game Boy to death. I ain't gonna lie, that motherfucker will die. There's one thing the Game Boy SP will do. It's die. The PSP is in the conversation. The Switch Lite is definitely in the conversation. I know it's new gen, but it's clearly in the conversation. That motherfucker lasts a long time, actually. The Steam Deck, in regards to that situation, and I know some of you are going to say it's a niche situation, I call bullshit, because that's what a mobile game is really supposed to be. That's where it falls flat for me to have brought it up earlier in the convo. But in terms of like when you're playing it, what's the best, you can't easily argue Steam Deck. But
I think
Steam Deck or Switch would be my answer to answer.
DS is up there.
And if you want to chime in, Dom, we'll chime in. But I think for me, when I have the conversation about mobility, and this goes for anything, I'm talking about phone. It's the reason why you bought the iPhone Pro Max, because when we talk about phones, tablets, laptops, like at the end of the day, battery life is crazy up there. Because I remember when I had the older MacBook. Look at this nigga AK with his SP down there. When I had my older MacBook, like my older MacBook worked perfectly fine when it was plugged in. And at that point, am I on a laptop that's supposed to be portable, or am I on a fucking computer that needs to be plugged up? If I can't take you, and now my MacBook was older at this point in time, but if I can't take you off the charger for more than 15 minutes before you fucking die, that hurts your portability score. That truly just hurts your portability score to me. And at that point, I don't want nothing to do with you. And also the fact that this new PS Portal shit isn't a standalone machine, you're an iPad at that point. Cool, it's cool to have, but not useful.
Chat is gonna need to check me on this, but I'm just looking at an article right now that says the Steam Deck currently has 2 to 8 hours of gameplay. The new OLED one has 3 to 12 hours. Is that not good enough? 3 to 12?
3 to 12, that's a crazy range. That's just.
But even if on the low end, 3, I mean.
But so all these things are contingent on what you play. And like I was saying, it's about what your selling point is. The way to get those 12 hours is to bump it down to 480p graphics. And y'all were supposed to be clowning the Switch for the graphics. Switch has shit graphics and da da da. But if I got to get your machine and dumb it down for me to get those 12 hours, that hurts what you're selling. Like you're not telling me the truth.
Get a lot. No. Okay. So, and let me help people that are going to be. I'm not even gonna say disingenuous. Some of you guys just genuinely wouldn't know. Battery life does not mean when it's on and active. In order for the battery life to be optimized on any console, anything really, you have to completely turn it off. So if you just put your shit to sleep, that's still going to run up the battery as well. So 2-hour floor is crazy. I'm just going to be blunt. 2 hours of, hey, bro, I've had to consistently save game, turn off versus just hitting the little power button and pushing it to go to sleep. That's a crazy conservative console at that point. For 2 hours, it's kind of crazy. And with Omar's been harping on the graphic thing, I couldn't agree more. I'm not getting a portable console to bitch about graphics, in my personal opinion. Because at that point, we're trolling.
Yeah. But that's also a part of my like grander conversation. I think nowadays people are too concerned about the graphics, and getting those graphics portable is so fucking hard. I learned about ray tracing and shit with this new MacBook thing and the shadows and all that shit like that. Hey, if that's what gamers actually want, and I'm not really a gamer, but if that's what gamers want, to get that portably and expect more than two hours, quotation marks, you're not gonna get it. You're just not gonna get it. And that's why I think the perfect portable game, it won't exist. Now, if you don't care about graphics and you want to play Proud Family Peanut Jump, hey man, fuck it.
You good on an iPhone at that point. Yeah.
I don't know. I just think you're overestimating how much people really want like a mobile device, and how much people like. I feel like a majority of people buying a Steam Deck. Like the reason why I'm buying it is because my girl was looking at it and she wanted something to play on the couch while I'm doing a podcast type shit. So like she's gonna be near a plug. It could be something like that, or like just something you do on like a 20-minute break type shit, or like something you play on your bed before you go to sleep. Like you're gonna be near an outlet in those situations. Even at an airplane, you're gonna be near a charging outlet in that situation. So I don't know. I just feel like even in those cases, like 2, 3, 4 hours is fine for me. But I get it. It's not gonna be battery life better than an iPhone or a Nintendo DS or shit like that. But
it's a little off topic. I'm not trying to pivot the convo. Y'all flights had chargers in them? Like
they had the outlet, the plug.
Not ones that work enough for me to like truly entertain that fact. Because if you ever, it depends on which airport. It depends on which chargers. The times that I've used it, and maybe it's because I had an older iPhone. Like I've used it. I plugged my phone up and was trying to be on my phone while it was plugged up. The bitch had the little lightning symbol in the little battery thing. Shit was dying actively.
Oh, that
yeah, you know one of them. Yeah, so like this is a charger that outputs to. It's like them saying they got Wi-Fi. Yeah, they got Wi-Fi. It might take 3 hours for you to load up Google Chrome on your shit. I hear what you're saying, B-Souls. I think that, and maybe I do. You know, I'm looking at different benchmarks because I'm critical of all this new technology they're selling and shit like that. But the way that I did portable gaming, and I'm a little older, I didn't have to worry about charging my shit for days. And I actually like that about my new phone, because I ain't gonna lie, I really don't be charging my phone no more. Not like I used to. And I like that. But if I have to constantly slap you on the charger, like that's why I think that's why I think Teslas are like this stupidest shit ever. If I gotta constantly remember to slap you on the charger, I know it sounds convenient. Just plug it in when you get home. If I forget and now I'm stuck, delayed 15 minutes, that's gonna piss me off. The one and only time that it does it, that shit's gonna piss me off.
If there is a hot take that I have, I think removable batteries need to come back. That is. It's working for these wireless headphones. These have removable batteries. So like while I'm using this, they gave me like a charging dock for the other battery. So when this dies in 6 hours, a whole new battery is already charged up. Just plug it in, boom. I'm back in like 5 seconds. The other one is charging while I'm using this one. It's just like a endless cycle. And battery is never a problem. Removable batteries need to come back. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. I don't think they want you to configure any technology anymore going forward. They just want you to buy the other thing that they're selling. But that might be my hot take of the week. What y'all got? Rants of the week. Let's get into it.
Shit.
Damo, you can go first. You barely.
Yeah, that's why I was quiet. I was gonna let Damo go, but
I really didn't have that much input on the PlayStation Portable thing and the portable gaming console conversation. The last one I had was a PSP, and I was the only one I had. So I didn't have
Fair
two.
enough.
Yeah, I promise you, I don't got no Game Boys. No, I wasn't a Nintendo kid. So that's why I was like, I genuinely, I don't have nothing to give other than, hey man, that PSP was fire. Like I don't. That's all I had. So yeah,
well,
sorry about that.
I guess to tie a proper bow on the conversation, then let's go around the room. Greatest portable console. You get one.
Oh yeah, my bad. Greatest portable console.
For me,
PSP?
Nintendo DS. Nintendo DS for me.
PSP for me.
Call me whatever the hell you want. That nostalgia kicking my ass. Give me the Game Boy SP, man. It's Game.
Oh dang, okay.
The Game Boy SP.
SP second. SP's 2. 3DS is too new for me, y'all. Y'all showing y'all age.
3DS is.
My
Man,
God, bro.
But here's the thing, though.
3DS.
Here's the thing. I'm a kick y'all ass with this argument. I'm gonna kick y'all ass with this argument for anybody that's not gonna say Game Boy. Wii U is insane. I'm gonna kick
they were
y'all ass
16 when
with
Eternal
argument for
Attack came
anybody
out.
that,
Damo.
doesn't say Game Boy SP. The days where you could just go into a GameStop and get them $5 bangers. Oh my God. Y'all might be too young. You used to go into GameStop and it used to just be right there. A glass container, or some GameStops was ghetto as hell and it just had it in a box. Bro, you could walk in and it's just, half of y'all don't know what the fuck Sonic Battle is. Maybe the best Sonic game of all time, if you ask me, dog. Them niggas, man, bro. Game Boy SP, easy one for me. I guess my honorable mention number 2 is PSP.
My 1A is Game Boy Advance. 1B, Nintendo DS. Boy, oh boy, that's stylus.
Yeah.
No stylus. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Nintendo kids, man.
I was a stylus biter, man, so I need to replace my stylus like every couple months. It was nasty.
I have no idea what y'all talking about.
You had a
the stylus on the DS?
I didn't have a DS, so
You never.
No, but I'm just saying the end on it. I used to bite on it a lot.
Wait, so let me ask
I'd be a straw
let
biter too.
me ask the Nintendo kids real quick. What color was your Game Boy Advance, Game Boy? I was a white kid.
The SP was a light blue. The DS was that dark blue.
Oh, okay.
So I was an irresponsible bastard as a kid. My first one was white. Then I lost it for Christmas. Asked for a blue one. Then the 3DS dropped. I got the red, John, and that was probably the first miss. The red, yeah, the red. It didn't. It looked hard on the picture. Having it in my hand, I ain't gonna lie.
That blue, something about that blue, man. I ain't gonna.
Blue and white are the best colors.
I stopped portable gaming for real once the 3DS came out, man. 3D. What do I need this for?
You just became an adult though, so you just weren't portable. And plus, they really gave it up. But I think it's a market that, and maybe people are spending more time at home too. So it's just, and plus they just can't keep up. I really think that's what it is. They just can't keep up with what people want. And I think people want graphics. Like people really be bitching about graphics. We just can't do it portably.
Yeah, the only time I've cared about graphics is on the 3DS, unironically, because the 3DS, I ain't gonna lie, that shit was just blurry. I was like, all right, bet, let's turn on 3D.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You can have better gameplay, but if the graphics aren't there, people are they're gonna bitch. So
that is very true.
I think we've gotten past that.
No.
Hold on now, player. Hold on now.
I really
Baldur's
got...
Gate 3 is like game of the year, and the graphics ain't even all that. Am I tripping? Is Baldur's Gate 3 like that graphically?
Hey,
some of the best games in the world are what? Valorant, CS:GO, Dota 2.
I'm not saying it has better graphics than a game like Spider-Man necessarily, but Baldur's Gate got good graphics. But even if it's not, I'll take a widely hated game. And we've been talking about Nintendo. Pokemon Scarlet Violet, one of the most hated games I done seen probably this year. People talk about how the game is too easy. People talk about the lack of like, hey, bro, you're like a billionaire franchise. Why don't we have voice acting? All that extra shit. Dog, the worst thing motherfuckers talk about in that game is graphics. They're pissed at the graphics. They can't fathom playing the game and when you ride your bike, the mountains move. So no, graphics is like that's what a lot of people look for first. I ain't gonna lie. Unfortunately, I don't, but a lot of people
I
do.
guess
I just did a deep dive into ray tracing recently, and I promise you, like, people care way too. I've never cared about the shadows of
it's the
fucking
thing
players.
that nerds market. Like we even have these conversations about fucking cameras, dog. Like,
Yeah.
but in actuality, like again, when you look at the biggest games in the world, even on Nintendo side, like Nintendo's still big for a reason. It's not because of graphics. You know what I'm saying? And like all those comp games that I just mentioned, they're not graphically intensive.
Water
They're
ripples.
just not.
People care about water ripples and the
I
way
hear where you're coming from, though.
the physics of if you shoot the water in Call of Duty versus
that
if you
was
shoot the water
I'm
in
not gonna lie,
Battlefield.
that was genuinely a conversation between Starfield and Cyberpunk when it first dropped.
Mhm.
That's what a lot of niggas relying on. Oh man, the realism on Cyberpunk is outweighing Starfield. Look at the facial features on Starfield. Like that graphics are still a high topic. I will agree. So certain games they don't care, like Fortnite, they're not really tripping about the graphics.
Nobody.
Valorant, games like that, Minecraft obviously blew up. Hey, Roblox, popping game, gives a shit about graphics.
Among Us?
Yeah, if you approach the game, I think Damo's getting on this. If you approach the game or the game you look at frame one and it's just no shot in hell the game has good graphics, like fucking Minecraft walking around with pixels, it's like, okay, I don't care. But if you're like NBA 2K, Madden, you're going for a realistic approach, RPG ass game, and trees are moving, all right, bro. Like,
niggas will get pissed. Like, you could serve them the best Madden, 2K, whatever, from everything else. I swear, if that face scan is just dog shit, if the face scan is like on the WNBA face scan shit from this year across the board, oh my god, you would hear.
But even with 2K, like literally all the complaints have been for the last couple of years has been gameplay and like game modes and all that shit. Am I tripping? Like the whole like face cam shit is like that's like a
graphics are
2-day
cool.
thing. All they added was sweat.
No, because the graphics,
But like a majority of the
graphics are
conversation
cool.
is about gameplay and shit.
I think the graphics are cool though. That's why.
2K graphics wise isn't bad. I'd say at that point that's why those talks died, because all they added was sweat thing was the only possible complaint. The graphics on 2K are really not that bad. Think about it.